Hi guys, so the other day my son was driving the golf cart and ended up in the field. Needless to say, I was a little upset and I figured it was because of his poor driving. But as I got to looking at things, I realized that the steering wheel turns and the wheels do not. We broke a steering linkage piece, so today I'm going to be taking that apart, seeing what I need so I can get it back up and running. It is a club car. Don't know exactly what kind it is or what year it is. It's old. It's a battery powered electric golf cart. Alright, so the piece that broke is this steering arm right here. It goes from this arm to the actual mechanism here. The steering arm hooks up to this, I think this piece here swivels, and I think it's actually screwed in back here, but I gotta figure it out. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a washer that is, looks like it's smashed over that keeps it from coming undone. So I gotta somehow get that washer back flattened out so that I can undo this pivot point. After checking things over, I think the easiest thing is gonna be to take that steering mechanism out where I can work on it because I can't get to anything. So the first thing I'm gonna do is detach this, this drive shaft here from the steering arm there so I can, once I get it loose, I can drop it down. I'll show you where this bolt came from here in a minute. Alright, now we're going to take this, loosen these bolts up that the steering mechanism is attached to. Alright, got that little booger out. So yeah, this is the steering mechanism. I'm not sure if there's some oil in here or what there is, but I imagine it somehow helps you mechanically turn the golf cart easier. And see, this is the washers I was talking about. They're like flattened over or bent over so that it doesn't come unscrewed. Since for safety issues, I got to get this off so I can get a new part here. This end here is just, I think, deadheaded. It only uses this one side on this particular golf cart. So I'm going to clamp on the bad part. I'm not exactly sure the best way to do this. That side's pretty good. Let's try the other one. Alright, there I think I got it all released. Okay, I might have enough exposed there I can loosen it. There we go. Loosen it right up. Ah, so that's an interesting design there. I've never had one of these apart. So this washer here that was bent over also has little notches there that go through this and notch into this so that it all holds tight so it doesn't come loose. And then that same washer peels over onto this hex. Very interesting. So I got that part done. Now I just need to get the other part off the arm. All right, I'll get this cotter pin out first. Now I gotta get the nut off. Those sometimes come out a lot harder than that. All right, there's my broken piece. So I'm not sure how they sell these, but I'm guessing that I'll have to get that whole piece from here to here. Once I get that piece, I'll get this back together. All right, so I went online to try to find a part for the steering arm, and I could not find anything that was the exact piece that I need. So I don't know if they just don't sell them anymore or if they come in a larger assembly. But anyway, I did find this one here, and I'm not really sure if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna be finding out here shortly. So it definitely has a swivel ball, but it just doesn't look the same. Here's the original, and it's just a whole different ball game here. So I'm hoping that this will work. I'm not sure the threads on this end is the same. No, it's not. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. So I got a part for my golf cart, and the problem is this is the part that broke. And so this piece here was on the end, and these ends are both 12 millimeter metric. The one that I got, you can see this end here is quite a bit bigger than this end. This is 12 millimeter, and this is 14 millimeter. So I don't know why it's so much bigger, but I need to bring it down to 12 millimeter to fit in here. I do not have a 12 millimeter die, but I do have a half 20, and it seems to be the same pitch as this 12 millimeter. There's a little bit of a diameter difference. This die is a little bit sloppy on this 12 millimeter stud, but what I'm going to try to do to make it work, because I don't think I can find that part. I think this part comes with the rack and pinion that you have to buy as a set, as a complete unit. And I don't want to do that. I just want to buy this part here. So what I think I'm going to do is take this 12 millimeter, which is a little bit less than half an inch, put it in my half-inch drill, so like so, and then go over, and hopefully this ball is tight enough that I can grind this down to close to the diameter of a half 20. So it's a little bit bigger than 12 millimeter, somewhere in the ballpark, and then run my half 20 die over it and see if that will work to go into the end of this. I got to make sure that this is rotating as close to center as possible. It's a little bit wobbly right now. That's probably as close as I'm going to get it. We're there. I'm just going to try to clean that up a little bit and then get ready to put some threads on. So I got my half 20 threads on here. Let's see if it has any luck screwing into here now. My guess is, yeah. I'm probably gonna have to drill this out a little bit to make this half 20 in here instead of 12 millimeter. Got my handy dandy little tap drill book here. It's got a little card in it. This is a half 20. I need to use a 0.453 drill bit, which is a 29/64 drill bit's what I need to drill that out so I can make it a half 20. We'll turn this into a half 20 and this end into a half 20, and it should work, and then I can put this back together. Obviously, guys, the best case scenario would have been to have the right metric size in the first place or the right metric die size. But since I only had English, that's what I used. So we have this tapped out to 1/2 We have this cut down to 1/2. It would have been nice to have a lathe to do all that, but I didn't have it. So that's what I worked with, what I had. So now everything works out. This should, yep, thread into there and tighten down. And I'm going to go ahead and get, if I have some Loctite, I'm going to put some Loctite on here, because since this is a steering situation where you don't want anything coming loose. This did come with a new nut here, so I can put this on here to lock it down with on the rack and pinion, and we're probably going to Loctite that as well. I got some medium strength thread locker, so we're going to put this together first. And tighten this up. Grease and oil something down in there. There we go. Now we're ready to install this back in place. All right, the first thing I'm going to get hooked up is this steering spline. That's going to be difficult, I'm sure, to get back on. I'm going to lube it up a little bit, but it slides up into this steering column. So I'm going to spray this a little bit, spray these splines, so hopefully it'll slide on a little bit nicer. So I laid the rack and pinion in here, so now I just got to get this slid up into this swivel joint here. And then I can tighten that down, and then I can mount the actual rack and pinion. There we go. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This little screw here is a 12 millimeter. So I got that hooked up, and now I can get my rack and pinion in place and bolt it in. And actually, I have this in the wrong position, so I need to flip that. This has to be going down. Hopefully my Loctite's not too tight yet. I put this rack and pinion, I connected it to the steering column, but I have it pointed up, and it needs to be pointed down right here. This piece here needs to go down into this. So I'm going to put some bolts in this to hold it tight so I can crack this loose and turn it around. All right, now that should at least hold it in place while I crack it loose. Loosen that so I can turn this. There, now it's the right direction. Now I should be able to tighten that back up. Oh, I have some more boot to put on. I forgot about that too. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to take that all the way back off to get my boot back on there. So yeah, I have to take this back apart to get this back together correctly. This boot goes over here, I think, and then locks into this little rib. I gotta kind of get it over this hump, I think. There we go. Sits in there like that. Then this lock washer goes on. Put some thread locker back on here. And then put this back together. Now I gotta have it in the right position, so I gotta back it up a little bit. Now I can tighten that lock nut where it needs to be. There we go. Okay, so I gotta tighten those bolts up to hold the rack and pinion in place. Oh, I still left that boot off. Put that boot back on there. And that goes back on here. Put this little cotter pin back in. Okay, now I just got to finish tightening that rack and pinion down, and then we're ready to put the tire back on. Alright guys, hope you got something out of this video today. Working on our 1994 club car electric golf cart. Till next time guys, good luck with all your projects.